And I think ultimately this is about Iran, and this allows for greater GCC unity against Iran. And I think not having Qatar Airways fly over Iranian airspace is $100 million less in the pockets of the Iranians. And so I think it's very important to have GCC unity against Iran.
What about Israel? Obviously, we're just a couple of months following those Abraham Accords. Obviously, there's been a heck of a lot of conversations prior to the signing of that accord between Israel and this part of the world. But really, this creates a bit of an axis, an anti-Iran axis. Does that add to the tension in the region?
I think it adds to greater local and foreign investor confidence. And so I think macroeconomically, you're seeing the rating agencies look at this closely, and I think it allows for greater economic cooperation. For example, Qatar's been expanding LNG production up 66% by 2027. And I think that ultimately, whether it's Israel, Saudi, Qatar, UAE, there's going to be tons of more trade delegations. And this is an atmosphere that's helpful for the GCC. And let's remember, all the Gulf neighbors need Saudi to be successful. And so everyone is rooting for each other.
The parties are essentially citing good faith in reaching this agreement. What's the probability, you think, that perhaps it all falls apart?
Well, I think with neighbors, this is a first step. And I think you're going to need much more of a detailed framework. As Hadley pointed out in the beginning, when this rift began in those 13 points, I think that not many of them have been reached. This is a political resolution. Ultimately, the airspace issue is helpful, leading to the World Cup. The Gulf neighbors want to boost themselves economically and give way for a new administration. So I think there needs to be a much stronger, detailed framework put into place so that this does not happen again.